What's up, everybody? Welcome to Clanton, Alabama. We did a video here on a Sunday, and it was a complete ghost town, and it didn't really do the town any justice. So I'm going to show you guys what a Tuesday night looks like out here. It was kind of slow. I mean, Alabama on a Sunday can be pretty slow. So I want to show you guys more of realistically what this little town looks like on a weekday. So there's a little bit more life going on here today. So it's Tuesday at 8 o'clock at night, and I just want to show you guys what this town actually looks like, because to be fair, last time we were here it was kind of dead, like really dead last time we were out here. So I figure if we came out here again and show you guys this town one last time, kind of on a different schedule, give the town a more fair shot, because it wasn't the prettiest look. Alabama on a Sunday, it's pretty much dead. But here's a weekday night. You know what I love about driving in either North Florida, South Carolina, you know, just the South in general, like Alabama, is when you drive through these little towns, especially on a Friday night, and there's like a football game, and like the whole town's out by a football field somewhere. It's just incredible. You know, like when the whole town's out for a game or something. It's an incredible feeling. It's just, I can't put it in words. Those Friday night lights, it's really impressive. And it's what makes a small town USA a small town USA, really. It's those Friday night lights, you know. Sometimes even on weekdays, they're training or whatever, they're gearing up for a game. And even on a weeknight, you know, there can be 100, 500 people on a football field somewhere. You know, it's just a beautiful thing. Part of American culture, small town USA culture, you know. And I love it, you know. See a bunch of jacked up trucks, you know. But I just wanted to show you guys this town here one more time, kind of in a different setting, because that video was kind of unfair to the town in that it was just totally like a ghost town there. Swing back around. Not like there's much going on today, but at least there's some type of activity. You can figure on a Sunday in Alabama, there ain't much going on either way. In the top of the quicksand. Deborah, State Farm agent. It's a big house over there. Look at the house up there. You see it? It's that big house. I'm gonna drive up to it just real quick before I head back over that way. This is some big, nice front porches in these houses. Yeah, there's some big, nice houses. These are big bungalows. Big front porches. Light all lit up. People sitting on the front porch. That's cool stuff right there, man. Sitting on the front porch. But, yeah. That's Alabama on a weeknight, man. Small town USA. I think what makes... I think, you know, that little detail, you know, small town USA. You know, a football game or something on a Friday night. That's just, if you've never done that, you have no idea. Like, if you've lived in a big city, you've never rode right into a town in the middle of nowhere on a Friday night. You know what I mean? And like, I remember the first time I saw that was McLean, Florida. And that's just outside of Jacksonville. And it was a Friday night. You know, and the whole town was out for a football game. It was McLean versus, what's the other town that's nearby, baby? Can you look at a map? It's right next to McLean. They're right next to each other, so it was like a big rivalry game. You know what I mean? Like the two towns that are right next to each other. McLean, and then there's a town right next to it. right next to it.
I'm looking for it.
Me estás agitando. Y me cae mal.
It's not Baldwin. It's not Glen St.
Glen St. Mary's. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It was Glen St. Mary's versus McClinney.
Mm-hmm.
And these two towns are right next to each other, so the rivalry was real, you know. Real rivalry. I mean, these two small towns in Florida are right next to each other. Friday night football game. Just incredible. I can't even explain the feeling. I mean, you get there, nobody anywhere, nobody at the gas station, nobody anywhere. This whole town is a ghost town. I think we did a video. We uploaded a video of that, didn't we?
I don't think it was on the car that got corrupted.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't think so. Was it?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Man, we pull into these little towns. They're right outside of Jacksonville. Pull into town on a Friday night. We've never seen this because we're not from a small town. Heated rivalry between these two towns in Florida that are right next to each other. And when we get there, nobody anywhere. Just total ghost town. And then you see those lights in the distance, the football field lights, and cars in all directions. I mean, like, this football stadium was packed. The whole thing was packed. Then there's people outside the fence because there's so many people here, you know. And then you got the crews that hang out with the squatted pickup trucks, which I lived in South Florida and I wasn't familiar with that whole squatted truck thing. And it's hard for city people to identify with that because they live, in the city. They don't know about that. In its context, it's a beautiful thing, I think. A lot of people say it's garbage. I think in its context, it is what it is. We pull up to this little town, packed stadium, people everywhere. You could hear the game, the people cheering, the teams cheering, the football cheerleaders. It's this whole package of life, man. And that is small town USA. I mean, when you see the whole town go out for an event, the whole city there, in rivalry with the other town next to it, and then you got the squatted pickup trucks, the guys that hang out in the trucks, the teenagers drinking beers in the city, the cops are right there with them, and I'm sure the cops know they're not old enough to be drinking beers, but it's a Friday night football game, and they let it slide. You know what I mean? That's the small town USA. You understand me? That is, like, here's a squatted truck right here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure there's probably people in other parts of the world that have no idea what I'm talking about, but here's one right here. But this is small town USA. There's one right here. He's got a Yukon, kind of like mine, or it's a Yukon or a Tahoe, just like mine. He's got it right there. Take a picture for the cover photo. That's small town USA right there, like that. Pretty much says it. You know what I mean? Like, that is small town USA right there. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. That is small town USA. There's another one right there. Yukons. And here it might be like there's another Yukon right there. There's another one. Hold on, there's like two right here in this parking lot. Let me go show these guys. Let me see if they'll let me show it off real quick. Let me see if I can. There's another one right there. Let me see if I can talk to them real quick. See if they'll let me see them. Give me a second. Let me just talk to them. Let me see if I can get them in the car real quick.
Yeah, he is shameless. Why is this not charging? So, yeah, he will talk to people. It's either yes or no, or it is what it is.
That's it. Cool. Go ahead. It's awesome. So this is like I'm saying, like this is small town USA, like small town USA, like anywhere in Florida, whether it's Florida or Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. That's pretty much how they do it out here, you know. That's small town USA, you know. And this is on a weekday. Imagine like on Friday night or something. But that's how we do it out here in the South, man. That's just small town USA, like I was saying. If you're from the city, you don't know what it is, but that's how we do it out here in the South. Small town USA. Imagine like on a Friday night after a football game, like all the people with all their jacked up trucks kind of get together. And I gotta get my Yukon needs some upgrades. But that is small town USA right there. Like that's how they do it in the South. And if you're not from the South, you probably don't understand it. Like squatted truck culture is not something a lot of people like, but they just don't get it. Like you live out in the middle of nowhere in a town where there's practically nothing to do, you know. So like if you're from like a place where you've never seen that, you just don't get it. Like, I know a lot of people, they don't get the whole squatted truck thing, but dude, you live in a town in the middle of nowhere. There's like a parking lot at a Walmart. Here's a Walmart. Usually it's at the Walmart. A lot of people don't get it. Like they'll never get it. But if you're from small town USA, you get it. Like that is. Here you got. I don't know, things not really pimped out. It's just beat up. But and today's is a Tuesday night. So imagine on a Friday night after a football game, you pull into these little towns in North Florida, or even like Alabama, and you pull into these towns, and it's just a wild car show. Like 10, 20 of these pickup trucks, all lined up. Everybody's got their rims, and it's just small town culture. I guess here they got some. You know, sometimes you can just tell there's different types of. Like every city has. Usually, the squatted trucks are definitely a thing. I guess these guys, they do, I don't know, maybe sports car, maybe they drag race or something. These were kind of sports cars. But that's small town USA. Like that's just how it's done, you know. Small town USA, hard to explain it, but I love it. And like when I first saw that, I was like, I definitely want to live in a small town. You know what I mean? Like the first time I saw that was, like I said, in just outside of Jacksonville, Florida. And I knew I wanted to be in a small town when I saw that. I was like, this is definitely just a different type of people with different type of priorities, and just the unity of it, you know, like. And it's been hard because now you can't have a football game for the most part. It's been a wild year, you know. But that is the fabric of living in a small town in USA. You know? The football game. The Friday night football game, you know. I don't know how to explain it, man. I love these. That's like my work truck right there. They're getting hard to find. But that's pretty much the fabric of small town USA. A lot of Mexican food in the South. Right there's a Mexican restaurant. A lot of Mexican food. But there it is, guys. I know for most people, like when I first uploaded that Clanton video, they're like, yo, that is a boring place. But it was on a Sunday afternoon. There is life to these places. It's just a different type of life and a different type of thing, you know. You just have to understand it, live it to understand it, really. But like, we've been knowing we wanted, like, by the way, wherever you live in the United States, do they do that in other? I don't know if they do that like outside of the South.
I have memories.
I know it's memories
up in Michigan when I used to live out in the woods.
Yeah.
We had we would sometimes go to football games on Friday.
Yeah.
And quite a bit. I used to go with my dad.
Yeah, I bet. Your dad was big on football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we would watch the Super Bowl. Every year we watch the Super Bowl with your dad.
Yeah.
But it's different, like, in small towns.
Yeah. I have not watched the Super Bowl.
Yeah, ever since.
Since I watched it with them.
It was his thing.
Yeah.
But that is just a taste of small town life in USA.
Yeah.
Like, for the most part, most, young kids work, start life, trucks are expensive. These trucks are like $20,000-$30,000 to get them rigged up like that. The lift kits are $6,000 or $7,000.
Mm-hmm.
The rims are like $2,000. But so it's not like that's something. Unless Daddy's got the money, then that's different.
Yeah.
But I don't really mind living out in the middle of nowhere. Really, like it's been like today we went out far. We went to a spot today, an hour and 40 minutes from our house in Bibb County to hang out by a creek. Nobody was there. I mean, it's just practically me and Katie for miles and miles and miles. That's small town USA. Like, I love it. It's a whole different thing than the city life. To me, it seems more wholesome. And there is life, so that's what I want to show you guys, that there is stuff going on in these little towns in the middle of nowhere. You might think there isn't, but somewhere out in the woods, maybe not today on a Tuesday night, but on a Friday night, somebody's burning 50 pallets out in the middle of the woods. There's life out in these woods. It may not look like it, but there is. And again, I live in a part of Alabama where the first of the month, people are up to 3 or 4 in the morning. You know what I mean? They get that government cheese in, and that's like a holiday. The first of the month is a holiday in the backwoods where I live. Do they have cookies at Jack's?
Yes.
We don't have cookies at home, do we?
No.
I'm gonna grab a cookie for later. I know we ran out of cookies. I'm getting used to having cookies late at night. That's probably not healthy.
No.
Key West End. Those things are everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah.
Taco Bell. I could go for a chalupa. We want
Mm-hmm.
Jack's. We had breakfast. Then we had a burger.
Lunch.
I guess I could grab a Jack's for later. Well, how we have Jack's when we get back to back to our neighborhood. But there's a Jack's here. Jack's is all over the South. Well, there it is, guys. A drive through Shelton County, Clanton, Alabama. Just a small town. There's also a Whataburger on the other side. Let me show you guys that before I get back on the highway. I'm actually gonna go the extra mile. I could have just got off right there and gone straight home, but I'm gonna go the extra mile and show you guys that they have a Whataburger. I thought Clanton would be a little bit more sophisticated of a town, being that it's between Montgomery and Birmingham. There's a lot of nice stuff in the middle, so I just figured it'd be a great little town, but it's all right. It's a little bit, how do I say it nicely, primitive at times. You know, it's basic. It's not like it's a land. They don't have a Publix here, you know what I mean? But sometimes there's cars hanging out here too. I've seen cars. Last time we were here, there was a bunch of cars hanging out here at the Whataburger. But that's
There's like no one in the parking lot.
right now.
Yeah. No, it's 24 hours, so don't worry.
The night that I was here, remember the night we were here? There's a bunch of cars. Like here's a.
Because we were here on a weekend.
Yeah. No, that's Silverado. But they also have a Whataburger here, which I'm not all that thrilled about.
They were good.
I didn't like them much.
I'd go for them again, but I won't.
Yep. It's alright. But there it is, guys. I mean, the city does have some life at night.
Yeah.
It's not a complete ghost town. Like, that video was on a Sunday. And I saw it. I was like, yeah, I can understand why people aren't happy the way I depicted this town on a Sunday. But that's just the day we came through. Probably wasn't the best day to do a video showing you a town. But I like it. I mean, I love it out here. Shelton County is the next county over for me. It's a little bit more rural. There are some rough spots out here too in the countryside, but the city's alright. It's alright. The city's got some rough spots too. But anyway, checking out Shelton County.